the best possible linear settings. So, my friend was currently actually playing a match at the moment, and I just was sitting out watching whilst I ate my breakfast. So I'm going to show you guys my linear settings right now. We're going to return to the lobby so there's no music or anything or game volume getting in the back of me showing the settings. So we'll go and show you guys the settings right now. Now, I have always played with advanced options turned off. Only recently I switched to linear and used advanced options. So here is the best possible graphics that I have actually decided I think are the best to use. So your brightness you want to have on 146%. You can have anything that you want, but I use Protonope as well for colorblind mode and also colorblind strength as 3. Safe zone, you don't really need to touch that, do you? Then you've got your motion blur. I put motion blur on. It doesn't make a difference to me, but I still just use it. I don't know why. Doesn't make a difference to me. I actually put show FPS on as well. So, right, this is where it gets in. If you are used to using sprint by default, by all means use it. I am not used to using sprint by default whatsoever. I can't get used to it. I'm so used to holding the stick in. So if you're used to already using sprint by default, put that on and put toggle sprint off or on, whatever one you want. But so you would put toggle sprint off and sprint by default on. Apologies for that burp there, guys. So you can put the toggle sprint on and off like I do, or else you can do it the way you would usually do it, and you'd put the sprint by default on and the toggle sprint off. Sprint castles reloaded off. All open doors, I like to use all open doors, especially for people that are on like mouse and keyboard. This would be effective. It takes one less bind off them having to use, so I don't really know. I just use all open doors. Hold to swap, all this stuff you can see here. I'm not going to go through all of this, you guys can see. Reset building choice on, turbo building, of course everyone has that on. Confirm edit on release, I believe that is possibly one of the best settings you can use for your editing. I would highly recommend that you try that out. Just means you don't really need to confirm with any bind or anything. You can just confirm edit on release like it says. And then you can see stuff like this. It's just extra game options and replays and stuff. You can have a look at that if you want. You can have a look at all this as well. I put my HUD skill on 80%, don't like it too big, too small. But there's all the stuff that you would need to know. Obviously, no one really cares about that stuff. Now, this is where we get into the settings. I use controller auto run, of course. Build immediately off. I don't know what it is when switching to a different piece using Builder Pro. It will try and build immediately. I don't usually do that. But edit hold time 0.112. I did use it the lowest, but because I also use B to build, it's quite tough and I accidentally sometimes do it. So by all means you can go to the very lowest if you want to, but it might be a bit too quick for you guys. So now obviously this doesn't matter because now we've got advanced options on. I play 2.5 build mode and 2.2 sense for edit mode. So your build mode sensitivity needs to be 2.5 and your edit mode needs to be 2.2. I did start off at 1.7 on this and then I'll work my way up as I go because my edits aren't very good. My building is very good on 2.5%, so I highly recommend that you guys actually go and use that. Use advanced options, obviously you have that turned on. Look horizontal speed and look vertical speed 50% and 45%. Turning horizontal boost to 0, it doesn't really matter. Turning vertical boost 2%, doesn't really matter either. Turning boost ramp time 0 seconds. Instant boost when building off. Now, I accidentally used 12 and 6% on my ADS settings, right? I meant to put it on at my dead zone, but I put it onto my ADS accidentally. And I'm not even kidding, this works out so well for aiming with your AR and your shotgun. I highly recommend using the 12 and 6%. The only thing I would say to you guys about the negativity of using this, scoped weapons aren't as good. You might find it tough to try and aim with a sniper. If you're using a hunting rifle, there's no big deal. If you're using a bolt action, so on heavy sniper, it might be a little bit weird. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All I can say about that. It might be a little bit weird when it comes to the aspect of using a sniper. That's all problem I've had with using such a slow ADS. Like a lot of people don't use low ADSs, but I've been using a low ADS. So yeah, then we've got look dampening time 0 seconds. Of course, linear, as this is the best linear settings. Obviously, you're going to have aim assist strength at 100%. It feels more like 40 at times. Your AR aim can be terrible due to the look dampening time. Basically, this means that it's harder for you to aim with your AR, but if you turn up look dampening time, it makes it even harder to aim with your shotgun. So you can't win on linear when it comes to that aspect of things. And then Dead Zone. I played Dead Zone really low, and it just started moving the controller itself and stuff like that. You can have the Dead Zone on whatever you want, but I tend to like to move the analog sticks all for myself. I don't like the game doing it for me, so I play 14%, but you guys can do what you want. Then we've got the music and stuff. No one really cares about that. I just turn that down. I don't care for it. And then we've just got voice chat and that as well. With your custom, you can use what you want. I currently use B to edit. I've always been a B edit guy, and edit confirm on release is very good if you use B to edit, because it means you don't need to double tap it every time, you know what I mean? It feels almost as if you're playing Combat Pro when it comes to editing, if you don't have edit on release on. But custom, you can obviously customize whatever you want. I did try left stick to edit and stuff on my custom, but I couldn't get used to it, so I just reset it. So I just play on the normal Builder Pro settings, just simple as you like, with the settings that I've already just showed you guys. So I can go through it again if you want another look. Be sure to pause the video and you can go through it all. But these are definitely the best settings that you can use on linear, in my opinion. If you are a lot better at the game than me and you build a lot faster and stuff, then it might be different for you. But for the content purposes only, I'm just showing what I actually use, and I feel like these settings are the best potential for me. I get the best out of these settings. I've tried 5 or 6 different settings on linear using other people's YouTube videos, and they just don't work for me. These are settings that I've actually worked on myself for the past 5 days. So I've been grinding out some creative fills, creative non-fills, some solos, some arena trios with Gino Games HD and Chris Lord. So I highly recommend you guys use these settings if you want to see some progress in your gameplay. One thing I will say is, if you're not already a linear player, then you will not know how hard it is to actually aim with your AR. It's very difficult, but I believe that 50-45 helps it out a lot when it comes to building and stuff. And for your aim, your ADS is 12 and 6. I know it's very low, and I actually thought to myself at first, why is that so low? Because I used to play 15-15, but now I play 12 and 6. I've stuck by 12 and 6 because I was playing so good with it. All these wins and stuff you've seen on the channel in the past couple of days is all been just straight up with the settings that I've just showed you guys. They've not been edited for the past 3 or 4 days now, these settings. They took me a while to get used to, a lot of grinding out creative, like I said. But I hope these settings help you guys, and don't forget to let me know in the comments how you thought this video was. Hopefully this helps you guys a lot, and you can progress in the future, become a better controller player. PS4 and Xbox One, these are the best settings that you can possibly use, in my opinion, if you're looking to progress on linear. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to put post notifications on. That is one of the most important things, because you don't want to miss the channel uploads. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know how you're progressing on these settings in the comments, and if you thought that this was a good video. If there's anything wrong with the video, please let me know in the comments. I'd rather get negativity than people just dislike the video. Let me know why you disliked it, stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.